In the late August and the early September, the time where every kid's going through their depression phase, ain't that fun anymore. You don't feel like hanging out with your friends, instead you want to hang yourself. You lay on your bed, put on your depressing playlist on Spotify, and start questioning your life as you look at your stomach. Looking back at those good times, late night Discord calls, that full set of enchanted netherite armor you grinded, that one time you beat your meat a little too much that it started bleeding. All of those good times is coming to an end. Do you know what time it is? Yes, it is back to school. As a kid, that gotta be one of the most depressing feelings on earth. It got me walking around the house depressed like I'm a zombie from The Walking Dead or something. Being overwhelmed by the pain of going back to school. The thing that would cheer me up is the YouTube algorithm. It will push videos like the pain of going back to school, how to survive back to school be like. Watching these videos and scrolling through the comments gives me some sort of comfort knowing that a lot of people online can relate to this kind of feeling. And I'm a kid from Taiwan, and most of the videos I watch are from America. One night I got curious about how is school like in America. If you ask me about what I know about American school, I will probably tell you that you don't need to wear uniforms, drag queens reading books to children, school shooting. So I wanted to learn more about American school and searched when does school in America ends on Google. And the answer I got from Google shocked me. School in America ends at 3 p.m. and I was looking at my monitor in disbelief. 3 p.m? Isn't that a little too early to go home? What are you supposed to do with that much time? If I had that much time after school, I would probably reach the highest rank in Fortnite. And then I searched up when does school start in America, how strict it is school lunch good? After doing my research, I was like, there is no way you guys are complaining about going back to school. I know going to school is depressing. You sit in your class bored as hell, feel like you're in prison or some shit. But for students in Taiwan, that is not the case. It goes way further than just being bored. My name is AJ, and today I will be breaking down what it feels like to be a student in Taiwan, and I will use the perspective of a typical 7th grader to a 12th grader. Before that, let me give you a little information about Taiwan. We manufacture the chips in your iPhone, NVIDIA GPUs, and the Ray, the Asian boy you see in Kaisernet stream or clips, is from Taiwan too. Okay, let's get into the life of a student in Taiwan. In the morning, we wake up around 5:30 to 6:30. Yes, you heard it right. AJ, 5:30? You gotta be capping. No, I'm not lying. I used to get up at 5:30 just to catch the bus, because I live a little far from the school, and it's not the same case for other students. Some would wake up that early not to catch a bus, but to study. When my classmate told me he woke up that early to study, I was like, god damn, how bad do you want that A+, bro? Some people's parents are strict like that and force them to get good grades. But if you want to get that good of a grade yourself, you gotta be tripping, bro. That A+ get you looking like a drug user. Don't sacrifice your sleep like that. And move on, we got to school around 7 o'clock to 7:30. You probably would think, oh, then for most students, that ain't bad. You still got time to sit in your class, talk to your friends, and sleep or something before the class starts. No, we don't have the time to chill with our friends because before the class starts, we have early self-study and we have to clean the school environment. Let's talk about cleaning the school environment first. I don't know if schools are being cheap or something. We don't have janitors with people to clean up the classroom, the hallway, or the bedrooms. We have to clean it up all ourselves. I think school should pay us to do that shit because I came to school to freaking learn, not to be a janitor, mopping that moldy cobblestone looking dirty ass floor and fighting nasty ass roaches in the bedroom and cleaning up somebody's shit on the wall. By the way, if you are the type of person to shit or wipe your ass on the wall, you need to get some serious help for doing that. You gotta go get a checkup on your head or some shit. I have never been more disappointed in a man's act. We don't really need to do that anymore once we're in college or university, but before all that going out on Friday night get wasted, we had to clean the school environment ourselves, bruh. Let's move on to the early self-study. So in this period of time, we are usually studying or taking tests. Yes, we are studying and taking tests before the first class even starts. We gotta remember as much things before the test starts, and when we start taking the test, our brains ain't functioning that well. The whole class is sleepy. For most of the time, I will take 70% of the test seriously and just guess out the other 30%. Then I will give my test sheet to the teacher and pass out on my desk. Some people will try hard and take every question seriously, and some will just pass out before even finishing the test, and they are usually called to the teacher's office to get yelled at by the teacher. And let me tell you something, teachers before high school are strict as hell. They be on my ass if I got a mark of 63 on a Chinese test, and most of the time they will punish us. Yes, you heard it right, they could punish us. They could give us punishment like run 5 laps on the track field, 50 push-ups, copy the test question 100 times that you failed on. And in Asia, we got this punishment called 罚站. So what is 罚站? It is to stand facing the wall for a long period of time, and that's it. My legs were trembling and it always gets so sore when I get one of those punishments, bro. And I need to do that on the next recess, bro. Good thing I graduated and never got that punishment again in high school. After cleaning up our school and early self-studies ends, it's finally time to learn. Our first class starts around 8 o'clock and ends at 12 o'clock for lunch. And for lunch, we don't have a cafeteria, so we eat in the classroom. And for the food, we students have to pick up the dishes at the truck and take it back to class. And bruh, those containers look like one of those chests in Warzone. We pay for the food every other semester, and it's pretty cheap too. It's about $100. I did the math and it is about $1 a meal. 3 different dishes, a soup, and a fruit for just $1. Raise school W's, man. The food is cheap, but how does it taste? I wouldn't say it's good, it tastes just okay. Most kids don't like the vegetables and it was salty. Everybody was complaining about it. But when we have deep fried chicken, it will be soggy and greasy as hell. But it's still fried chicken, so nobody really complained. Even though the food is not that good, it was still busting because of how hungry we were after 4 classes. So yeah, after we finished eating the lunch, we took the dishes back to the truck, and after that, the school will take care of it. If you guys want a deeper dive into Taiwanese school lunch, let me know in the comments. I can make another one if you guys want me to. We usually have 6 to 7 classes, which is around 6 to 7 hours, counting early self-study, cleaning up the school environment, and lunch. At the end of the 7th class, you would think it's 4:30 to 5 o'clock. It's finally over, and it's time to go back home to play a Minecraft or watch Kaisernet. If you think we finally get some rest and go home, you will be absolutely wrong. After the 7th class, we will have another 8th class. But what the difference is that you can decide whether you want to participate in that class or not. We were all given a paper to sign whether we want the 8th class or not. Any student will choose not to in a split second. But guess what? We don't have a bloody choice, because as soon the paper came down to your hands, the teacher will tell us we can only choose yes, because she and the other teachers need that 8th class to finish their teaching progress in order for us to take the exam. What's even worse is that the teacher will tell our parents that it is for a good cause. We will get to learn more. By doing this is to make sure that we as students have zero control and authority in this situation. Yep, and if you try to pick not to participate in the class, the teacher will scold you, tell your parents, and go home to get scolded again. I don't really blame the teachers for doing this, because it's the education system problem that forces the teacher to be like this. It's their job to teach us this much stuff that the education system tell them to teach. If they take out useless subjects and teach us more life-related stuff, like figure out taxes, how this society works, give us financial advice instead of giving us calculus exam and explaining Asian poetry. A lot of teachers really try to teach us other things than what the system wants us to learn. But what they teach, it really ain't that much. I am truly grateful for those teachers that actually try teaching us something useful. Moving on to the afternoon, 5:30 to 6 o'clock. After a long ass day at school, you either go back home, finally have some rest, or ending up at a cram school, or at the school that you were during the day. Yep, that's right. If the classes that you were in during the day weren't enough, we have even more classes for you at night. Cram school, you have to apply to the school yourself, but most of the time, it's the parents who forces their kids to go to get them into a better high school or college. If you don't know what cram school is, it's the classes where you get another teacher to teach you a deeper understanding of what you learned during the day, or just review what you learned in school. And the other one is the school that you were during the day. It's usually free, so you just gotta pay for the dinner that the school buys for you. And boy oh boy, it tastes greasy, depressing as hell. And during that time, there won't be teachers teach. You gotta study it yourself. And a lot of people will buy lectures with textbooks, basically buying more homework for themselves. Yeah, it sounds depressing, doesn't it? We not only do the homework that the teachers gave us, but also buy more homework for ourselves. Alright, around this time, we spend around 2 to 4 hours in cram school. That adds up around to 9 to 12 hours in school. When I got home, I usually eat for a bit, take a shower, scroll on TikTok, and play some games before going to bed, and repeat the next day. Some of you guys might think this will make me smart as hell, like one of those Asian kids that are good at every subject. But no, what those school hours really did for me was giving me sleeping problems and taught me to take advantage when you have time to sleep or play games. Alright, the school part is over. What about on the weekend? I get to have some rest, right? Yep, that's right. Your boy finally gets to play Minecraft and Valorant with his friends. We all hop on Discord and start grinding on our world or unranked. But what if I had strict parents? And the answer will be sending my ass to cram school from 9 o'clock in the morning, 5 in the evening. Some kid even stayed till 9 at night. I was sent to cram school in the weekend when I was a kid, and every Saturday I'll wake up hating life. Like, damn bro, I already spent 5 days in school learning shit I won't use in the real world, and I get my ass sent to cram school and doing it all over on the weekend? That's crazy. And I have some type of feeling for these kids that studies 24/7 too. It's not like respect, but like feel bad. Most of them do so just because their parents tell them that if they study hard, they will have a good future, and that is not like 100% wrong. If you want to be a lawyer, a doctor, or a job that requires you going to college, still okay. But let's be real, what do you think you will be doing during this period of time? A lot of people get wasted in clubs, playing League of Legends in their dorm rooms, leading them not learning shit in college and work a job they hate for the rest of their life. And the reason for this being is that they studied so hard before college that when they had a little bit of freedom, they turned into complete savages with something, bro. Not going to classes, not taking responsibility for their lives, and giving in fully to their desires. Most students won't turn into people like this, but it's still pretty common to see this type of behavior. This is also a big problem for other countries in Asia too, especially in Eastern Asia. China, Japan, Korea all have the same problem of giving their students too much stress and pressures, and this leads to students being competitive, resulting in students not knowing their purpose in life, having an inhuman work ethic, and being mentally drained and burnt out. In today's world, there are way more career choices that don't require a diploma. We have the internet, social media, online business, and it goes on and on. We could be YouTubers, entrepreneurs, gamers, and lastly, don't feel too bad for us Asian kids. Even though we went through hell of studying, not getting enough sleep, being blamed by strict teachers or parents, most of us made it out just okay. As you get older, your parents won't be as strict as they used to be. We get more freedom in life, get to live a little, being treated as human beings. And that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for watching to the end. Thank you guys for coming over to my channel, watching this video to the end. I really appreciate you guys. If you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing, leave a like, and comment on what you think of this video. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Twitch if you want to see more of me. Eat healthy, take care of yourself. I love you, my dog, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.